Okay, guys, welcome to Sales Essential Training. This training is going to be for you guys on what to do, the fundamental steps on how to get started with the inbound sales. There's been some questions about how to get started. We decided to do this for you guys so we can help you get more sales. We're not charging for these kind of trainings for you guys. The whole reason being is the more successful we make you, the longer you stay around with us and work with us. So we're going to get started up on here. The first part of this is how to follow up on a lead. Okay. Now, leads expect to be followed up with within the first 5 minutes of submission. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do that. That's the whole, because sometimes your leads are coming in after business hours, and if they fill out a form at 2 o'clock in the morning, they may find it a little bit creepy that you're calling them back at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we don't want you doing that. If it's during normal business hours and the lead filled out the form, call them back as soon as possible. If you don't have the ability to do it right then and there, that's fine. That's why we give you guys the ability to call them at the requested time, the best time to call on the lead form. So if a lead comes in and you're able to contact them immediately, contact them immediately. If not, that's fine. That's why we have the best call by time. But you know they're available, you know they're there, and you know you can get a hold of them. So when the lead comes in, one thing you might want to do is do some research on Facebook. Copy their email address, put in a Google search, copy their phone number, put it in a Google search, go to Facebook, type in their name and their location, and do some research on them. And that will give you a little bit of familiarity of what they're about, or who they are. You can put a face to the name type thing, and that might help you out. If you call somebody and there's no answer, just leave a name and number. Hey, Mark, it's Jason. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Thanks. Or you can leave a text, hi, lead name. Give me a call when you get a chance. We are also, right now, it's almost done being developed, but I have a system for you to be able to send video through text. Now, with your videos that you have going on, they're very large and they're very high quality. And when you send them through your phone now, they come out grainy and terrible because they compress them so bad and strip them down so bad that they don't come across as good quality. So we have a system that we're implementing where you guys will be able to text them and go, hey, Mark, thanks for filling out the form about the ceramic coating. Check out this video I made for you. Or you can actually just go outside, shoot a quick video. Hey, Mark, thanks so much for filling out the form. I hope to look forward to you soon. Check out some of the cars that we put some ceramic coating on. This is what your car can look like. Give me a call back when you get a chance. So that's something that we're working on. Is that something that you guys would be interested in?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Moving on. Okay. You guys get paid to follow up. And what I mean by that is when you follow up on a lead and you continue to follow up on a lead and work a lead, eventually they're either going to buy or they're just going to go away. Every sale to you is worth a minimum $500 up to possibly $1,800, $2,000, $4,200, depending on what products and services you're selling these people. We have some people on this call that have an average ticket of $4,200, because they're selling the paint protection film, they're selling OptiCoat Pro Plus or whatever else product they're selling. They're doing the wheels, they're doing the windows, they're doing the interior ceramic coating, they're covering it all. So just keep that in mind. You get paid to follow up. So don't think of it as a chore to follow up on these leads. Just know they don't hate you. Customers are not sitting by the phone watching their emails to make sure you didn't miss a phone call or miss a phone call from you or an email from you. They're worried about their own lives. They're worried about dogs and their kids and their jobs and a leaky tub or, so on and so forth. The reason why you didn't get the answer the first 5 times is because it wasn't because they hate you or want you to stop calling them. They didn't answer because they're busy with their life and you called them at the wrong time. So don't get frustrated when these people don't answer the phone the first time. Or the second time or the third time. You just may be at a wrong time to give them a call. You got to experiment with different times calling them. And also, you can send them a text message or the text email or the text video thing might help also. with this. But just because they didn't answer, don't think about it as they hate you. Don't think about it as a lost cause. It's not. You got to follow up sometimes up to 7 times before you get a sale, or you get a hold of them actually. And this one is do not pre-qualify the customer before you talk to them. If you look and see that, oh, this is a 2010, there's no way that they're going to do this. Emotion is not reasonable. Someone may have inherited the car from their relative, or it may be their first car. The point is, you don't know, so don't pre-qualify before speaking to them. Don't prejudge them like, oh, they're not going to buy, so I'm not going to call them. I don't remember who it was, but they got like a 1994 Geo tracker, and in the comments it said just painted. Okay, if they didn't say just painted, you'd be like, okay, this is a waste of time on this. Why am I even calling these people? But the fact that they spent money and painted a Geo tracker, so don't prejudge them thinking that they may not want to do a $500 gloss coat or whatever your beginning product may be. So don't prejudge, don't pre-qualify, talk to them first and find out. The next thing we're going to talk about is having a system. Nothing matters if you're not organized. We can send you a whole bunch of leads and continue to send you leads, but if you don't have a follow-up system in place to keep yourself organized, none of this matters. Okay, so get a CRM. Make sure the CRM has Facebook lead ads integration. Now, I know I have Agile up here. I have HubSpot. You can use an Excel sheet. You can use LibreOffice database. Now, LibreOffice is a lot like Microsoft Office, but it's free. Pretty easy to use. You can use that one. I know You're is making a big play to the detailing industry, and You're is a great CRM system. But you're gonna need something else in the meantime until they get their Facebook integration in place. That's the one downfall to You're right now. So if you're using You're, then we could show you how to download your leads every day from Facebook and show you how to upload them so you're not manually putting them in. But if you use Agile or HubSpot, you can easily import directly from the Facebook lead ads integration, or you can just copy and paste it right off the drip leads that you get in the email and just paste them in there. When you're tracking these leads, make sure you got the name, email address, year, make, and model, quoted price, notes, and when to follow up next. All these in the beginning are self-explanatory. You want to know their name, you want to know their email, you want to know the year, make, and model. But the quoted price, you want to put the quoted price in there because you may have worked out a deal with them, and if you don't remember, then it's going to go badly on your next call. In the notes, explain what you talked about, what you went over, any interesting points that you want to point out, any things that you want to remember, and make sure the most important thing is when to follow up next. Like, okay, let me think about it. Okay, great, not a problem. I understand. Tell you what I'll do is I'll give you a call next Thursday. Will that work? Sure, I'll give you a call next Thursday. So put in there, call me next Thursday. Okay, the next thing is I hate selling. And I got people who read the entire book that I sent out go, okay, you nailed me to a T. I hate selling. So I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but your business depends on sales. So you got to sell in order to be successful. But here's the thing is, you don't have to be salesy to get sales. You don't have to sell or be a salesman to get customers. If you hate sales, then be a consultant, okay? A lot of people are so hung up on the term sales and salesman and selling that I'll explain further here. Selling is solving a problem for your customer, or selling is serving them in the best way possible, okay? So ceramic coating may be solving a problem for them. They may have a lot of tree sap, bird droppings, whatever it may be. Here's a fact that I just pulled up today. I saw in an article that most trucks and SUVs are getting so large that they no longer fit into a standard garage of a home, nor do they fit into a standard parking space in a parking lot. So if people are spending $80,000, $90,000 on these Ford F-350s, they're outside. It's in the elements. They need to get it protected. Okay? So you're solving a problem for them. Or you're servicing them in the best way possible. You know what's best for your customers, but you can't help them if you don't make the sale first. Selling is about matching what you have to offer to your customer's needs. So it's always customer focus. Okay? You need to develop, and this is from the book, you need to develop a mindset for sales success. How you feel about selling will influence your ability to sell. If you think it's sleazy, manipulative, or immoral, then of course you're going to find it difficult to sell. But here's the thing is, do you think of yourself as sleazy? Do you think of yourself as manipulative? Do you think yourself as immoral? If you don't think of yourself that way, then you don't have a problem. You think the sales process is manipulative and sleazy. But what does that say about you? If you're not sleazy, if you're not manipulative, if you're not immoral, then what's the problem? Okay? How you feel about yourself will also influence your selling. This is especially true if you're selling your own services. Here's the thing is you have to get in the mindset that you are offering a great product and service. You are offering, you or your team do amazing work. Okay? And the thing is if this is your own service, it comes back on you, and a lot of people are gun shy about that. But if you believe in your product and you know you're offering a great product, I mean, these products come with warranties. They stand behind the product. Some of these products get reported to Carfax, and you know you do good work or your team does good work, then what's the problem? You're not sleazy, you're not manipulative, you're not immoral, and you got a great product, and you guys do good work. Okay? Change your mindset. Holding on to negative ideas about selling will inevitably hold you back from ever becoming a true sales success. Before you can even start developing sales skills, you need to change your mindset about selling. Okay? Embrace it. Okay? Think of it as you're not selling a product or service. You're consulting with the client or customer about a product or service that you have to offer, and you're matching them to the best one that works for them. You're not doing anything sleazy. You're not doing anything manipulative. You're not doing anything immoral. These people saw a video on Facebook or Instagram. They thought it was amazing enough to contact you because they're interested. They want to talk to you. They want to find out about the product or service. So there's nothing wrong with that. And you did nothing wrong. So don't have that mindset. You need to have a positive focus and a positive thing on sales. The one thing you need to get used to in this industry is you need to get used to hearing no. That's just a process of sales or consulting. You're going to hear a lot of no's, but the more no's you hear, the closer you are to a yes. So think of the failure as not a failure. Okay, I got that no out of the way. I can go to the next one. You need relationships that make sales. Let's start with initiating a relationship. At this stage, when you first talk to the customer, you first get them on the phone, it's not about selling. So this takes the pressure off you. And you can focus on the most important part, listening. Listening to what the customer wants. They will tell you how to sell them. They will tell you what they need. They will tell you, and if you ask them what it was about the video that they liked or what prompted them to call, they will tell you, and they'll tell you how to sell them. Okay? Best practices is to be genuine. When you're calling a prospect, put all your distractions away. Go in your office, lock your door, turn off your phone, and don't have anything in front of you. Your goal is to be 100% focused on that customer, and they're going to know it. Like, for example, if you're talking to a customer, yeah, Mr. Customer, yeah, we can do that for you. Oh, hang on a second. Do me a favor, just drop that off over there. Can you put that over there for me? Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so like I was saying, oh, wait. Yeah, take a message. I'll be with them in a second. Okay, the customer feels like they're not being paid attention to, and you lost your interest, and you're never, ever going to make a sale on that customer. So put your distractions away and make sure your full attention is on them. And ask questions. Okay, ask questions about the year, make, and model of the vehicle, whether they own it or lease it, how long they plan on keeping the vehicle, what made them buy that vehicle, how long they plan on keeping it. But the most important question is, well, why'd you get that? That's a great little car, or that's a great truck. What made you get that one? And they'll tell you what they love about their vehicle. And also, when you're making relationships and talking to the customers, make sure you use their name as much as possible. Always use their name in the conversation. Okay, now we're going to get into the four personality types and how to sell them. Okay, so you got type A, type B, type C, and type D. Okay, and this section will give you hints on to recognize these types of personalities and how you need to adjust your pitch to sell them. So type A personality, that's a competitor. People with competitive personalities tend to be highly independent, direct, decisive. They are deadline driven. They are change oriented. They may come across as impatient or high strung. I can relate to this, and may seem rushed when they communicate with you. Okay, the way you sell them is you appeal to the inner competitor. You let them know how your service helps them get ahead. Frame your service as a competitive advantage. Mention how it can save them time, how quickly your service can be provided, or what practical solution your service provides, or for the problems they're experiencing. Okay, so but these people are very driven. So if you could tell them how this will save them time, and how it'll cut their cleaning time in half, and how they're going to look great in the vehicle, and how it's just going to shine, and how you're going to cut time in half, and there's no polishing needed and all that, this will help you with them. Then we got the type B, they're the spontaneous. These personalities are creative, enthusiastic. They tend to be very social and enjoy interacting with others. Far from having methodical personalities, spontaneous personalities don't usually enjoy static routines. They are easygoing and extroverted. They enjoy exaggerating, and they may speak in hyperboles. Okay, how you sell them is get excited. But I will say how you sell anybody is to get excited. When you're excited about your product and your passion comes through, people have no choice but to feel that and understand that and be attracted to that. So no matter what, always be excited. Is your product cutting edge or new? Will it be a blast to work and be awesome in the end? Let them know. Speak in exclamation points. Also, leave out the details, and don't leave out too many of the details, but don't get into the finer points of what ceramic coating is and what it does. Don't really, well, this was developed by whatever, and it was developed for this, and this is why, don't get into the weeds on it. Do a 30,000 foot high altitude overview. In later slides, I got examples of how to do this. Okay, they live for the big picture. So talk about the big picture. Talk about how they're going to look in this car. What I would mention is to all your customers is, get excited. Look, this ceramic coating, what we do it's amazing. And you're going to have such a deep shine and deep gloss in there. You're actually going to see people pulling up next to you, checking themselves out in the reflection of your car to see how they look. I mean, you can use this for a mirror. So that types of things. You want to be descriptive. Let them know how your product or service can help them interact with others, or how can it give them public recognition. Keep in mind they quickly lose interest. So be immediately compelling and exciting. If you're boring, they're going to go somewhere else to somebody who's more fun to talk to. Okay, the type C is humanistic. These are people tend to be very sympathetic and friendly. They respect the routine of things. They dislike sudden changes in schedule or working environment. These characteristics will also help you with your employees too, to identify them and how to work with them. So they dislike sudden changes in the work environment. They're extremely supportive of others and are a great member of a team. They're also patient and enjoy having a clearly defined expectation and rules. So how to sell them is show happy people, roll out your best testimonials, especially ones from other humanistics. about how much your service made them happy, how much they enjoy the truck or their vehicle now because it's clean. Try to downplay any aspect of your service that will result in a change in their lifestyle by focusing on the positive, customer-friendly features you have to offer. Okay, and then finally we have type D, methodical. These people will buy, but it will take you a long time to close them because they want all the facts before they make a decision. It's kind of like paralysis by analysis. Okay, they got to analyze everything. They got to take it in. So they do a lot of research before making a decision. They ask a lot of questions. They like services and products that can systematically produce consistent and predictable results, which is right up the alley of ceramic coatings. People with methodical personalities also analyze all possibilities of what could go wrong with the product or service, and that's when you reassure them with the 7-year warranty or the 5-year warranty or the 2-year warranty, whatever you may have. And they certainly don't mind reading the fine print. They're also very social and don't like feeling rushed into things. So how to sell them is numbers, give them facts above all else. The most unbiased and untrustworthy facts are numbers. They believe in numbers. So if you have any numbers on how much ceramic coating will improve their ability to see through the windshield when it rains, how much it cuts down on their cleaning time, how much it will save them over getting their car constantly washed and waxed. Don't rush them into making a choice, and learn to be comfortable with a little social awkwardness on their part. And goes as far to offer additional websites or resources where they can learn more about your product or service. The more information they have to analyze, the more at home they'll feel on that. Okay, so your opening, you need to paint a picture and you need to be descriptive. It drives my team nuts, but I get copied on every lead, and I also get copied on every phone call that calls the remote call forwarding number because I like to see the numbers coming in. I like to listen to the phone calls. And a lot of the phone calls I hear is, yeah, hi, I was calling about your ceramic wax. And the response is, well, do you know anything about our ceramic coatings? And they say no. And they're like, okay, well, it's a semi-permanent coating that we apply to your vehicle, and it makes it so you don't have to wax it again. This product comes with a 7-year warranty, and it helps resist dirt, grime, and bird droppings. Okay, great. That's like me saying, I'm trying to sell you a car, and I'm like, hey, it's got 4 wheels and a motor and a windshield and 4 doors, and it goes really, really, actually, and I'm sorry, it doesn't have 4 doors. It got 2 doors, and it goes really, really fast. And I'm describing a Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be descriptive. This car has sleek lines. It's got hips. It's low to the ground. It just looks angry. You can hear and feel the rumble of the engine. It goes from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. It's got this much brake horsepower, this much torque. It's got leather trimmed that is handcrafted and hand stitched with red ribbing. You got to be descriptive like that. You got to paint a picture for these people. So these are phrases that will help you sell. This is the way to explain the nano ceramic coating, and then we'll get into the other parts. But several ways to spice up the flavor of your daily drivers. Many customers are looking to power ceramic coating because it makes their car look that good and stand out in the crowd. I mean, when you're in the parking lot or when you're at a stoplight, you can visibly see which cars have ceramic coating and which cars don't. You stand out. The reflection, the shine, the deep wet gloss is just amazing. You can see it coming down the road. You want your car to look as amazing as it did the way you drove it off the dealer's lot. But despite your efforts maintaining it and washing, the scratches, chips, stains start to spread across the exterior of the paint, which dulls the surface and it starts getting faded from the sun. Anything and everything is constantly attacking your car's paint. Mud, dust, dirt, dirty rain, water spots, unsightly brake dust, grime is starting to stick to your car almost immediately after cleaning it. And let's face it, having to wash your car is monotonous and time consuming. Snow, ice, salted roads, tree gum, bird droppings, and bug splatter don't help either. So you can explain this in the beginning that, look, the reason why you want ceramic coating is because your car is constantly being attacked. That's something they can visualize. Or ceramic coating nanotechnology, which essentially are tiny particles that form a very fine, thin layer, completely invisible to the eye. Now you're talking about really cool technical stuff. Because these particles are so small, when applied to the surface, they seal all the pores, making the surface hydrophobic. And I hear everybody say the word hydrophobic. 90% of your customers do not know what hydrophobic means. They think it's a word you made up. So you can say, making the surface hydrophobic, meaning water repellent. Explain it a little bit further. Use the word hydrophobic because it's cool and it grabs people's attention, but then explain what it is. Okay? But also resist to UV, scratches, chemicals, and extreme heat. And then you can go into now ceramic coating forms a semi-permanent bond with a vehicle surface, resulting in a sacrificial layer that will not wash off under cleaning or rain or break down over a short period of time. In fact, it lasts blank years depending on which one you're selling. So you want to be descriptive. Like I said, you don't want to do it in a way that's boring. You want to explain it and be descriptive. Sell the hype. It's kind of like Elmer Wheeler is a guy who did sales training videos, movies actually, back in the 1930s. And his big thing was sell the sizzle, not the steak. The steak is the product. You want to sell the sizzle. It's the whiff of the coffee. It's the pucker of the pickle. It's the crunch of the cracker. That's what sells things. When you use people's senses and imaginations in order to construct an idea in their head of what's going to be. Okay, let me go back to that real fast. So the other thing you can do to be descriptive is many people think that this is just something you apply on the car and then you're done. So if you're describing it as the way I originally described it as it's a semi-permanent coating that goes on your car and it makes it so you don't have to wax it. Okay, really? Big deal. Okay, I don't have to wax it. I never waxed it anyway. I never waxed my car, so why do I care about that? If you just explain it that way and they just think it's something that you rub on the vehicle, there is no perceived value there. So when you give them either a $500 quote or a $1,200 quote or an $1,800 quote, you're going to blow them out of the water. Why? Because you failed to paint a picture in their head of what you do. So when we get your car, what we do is we bring it in and we wash it. And then we do a complete paint how the hell do I say that word? Somebody help me out here.
Decontamination.
Thank you. Decontamination. Thank you. My words, I use them well. We completely decontaminate the vehicle for you. Okay, so we wash it, we decontaminate it, and then what we do is we polish the car to give it that mirror finish, to give it that deep look, to give it a slick look. And then what we do is we apply the ceramic coating to encapsulate that paint into a time capsule. So it's frozen there like that, for a minimum of 7 years, because there's a 7-year warranty on that. And you're going to see that deep reflective shine. And when you're at the stoplight, you're going to see people stopping and looking and checking themselves, fixing their hair in the side of your car or truck because it's that shiny. It's amazing. Like I said, when you're at a stoplight, you could pick out the car that has ceramic coating or the truck that has ceramic coating versus other. Your car will stick out. And not only will it look amazing all the time, it's going to be so easy to clean. You don't have to worry about having it waxed every 3 months. Here's the thing is, you have a Ford F-350 Super Duty crew cab with an 8-foot bed. That is a lot of real estate to clean and maintain. Nobody has time for that. Why don't you put ceramic coating on it? Let's face it, your truck doesn't fit in the garage. It's exposed to the elements. It's constantly under assault. So what you need to do is you need to get a sacrificial layer on there and protect it. Okay, now we're going to go to your value proposition. Okay? What sets you apart? Because 90% of your customers are not aware of what ceramic coating is. And now that we made them aware, they may want to do some research. So how are you going to make sure they pick you? Well, are you certified? Are you a certified installer? That's very, very important. Does your ceramic coating get reported to the Carfax? Do you offer Uber or Lyft rides? If they're paying you $1,800, you should offer a Uber or Lyft ride there and back. You'll make a lot more sales. What's it going to cost you? $80 there and back? Do you have loaner cars? I know some of you guys do have loaner cars. Do you have an early bird drop off? Do you have a maintenance package? Okay, do you offer maintenance packages where you show them how to take care of the car, and do you set them up on a biannual schedule where they come in every 6 months? And the biggest way to set yourself apart is offer financing. And this is going to make the biggest difference in your sales like you wouldn't believe. Now, buy now and pay later will grow your business. It takes your customer from a price buyer to a payment buyer. Okay, so what you can say is, okay, so we're going to do your truck and the cost of it is $1,800, or we have financing that starts from $79 a month. And people think, $1,800, holy cow. But $79 a month, I could afford that. I could totally do that. You see what I'm saying? So it changes the mindset. And if you offer financing up front through a service, then you're going to totally be set. Fact, offering more payment options to consumers lead to more sales and higher sales amount. So now you may have taken somebody from a $500 gloss coat customer to an $1,800 OptiCoat customer, or whatever product or service you're selling, or you may have taken them all the way up to $4,000 once you've done the wheels, the paint protection film, the ceramic coating, the windshields, whatever it may be. You might get bigger sales on this. 3 out of 4 consumers making a major purchase always seek financing. And let's face it, anything above $500 needs spouse approval. So that can be considered a major purchase. Okay, so if it's $499 and below, usually you don't need spouse approval, whether it's male or female, to spend that kind of money. But if you're going to spend $1,800, it requires a conversation with your significant other. Okay, but if you offer financing, then you're not going to have that problem. Nearly half the consumers that use financing say they would not have made the purchase if the financing wasn't available. So that's a big thing right there. In fact, 70% of consumers that use financing say they search for businesses that offer financing before making contact with one. So if somebody's out searching you out on the internet, if somebody's actually savvy enough to know what ceramic coating is and are looking for ceramic coating near me, or ceramic coating in Washington, or ceramic coating in wherever you live, and they go to your website and they see you offer financing, more than likely you're going to get the sale compared to your competitor because you offer Uber, Lyft rides, you offer financing, and you have a maintenance package that's included. Anybody have any questions or comments about that one?
What would you suggest down? Would you suggest like half down so you're not really losing, or would you just $75 a month?
Well, here's the thing: is you're not really losing anything, because when you offer, here's the thing: is at the end of the video, at the end of the presentation, I have a company that you can use, and I'll explain to you why I chose this company for you guys. But here's the thing: is they offer 100% financing. They can literally, you guys get funded within 20. They get approved in minutes. They get funded within 24 hours, and they walked in with no money out of their pocket.
Okay.
You know, so here's the thing: is if they want a lower payment, then they put more down. You know, so they can give you $200 to $300. That'll lower their payment. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only time. So you're not offering the financing. You're offering you're not offering the financing. You're offering the financing through a company that you're approved through. Does that make sense?
Makes a whole lot of sense. So you're basically, it's kind of, you get paid the next day, kind of, or whatever, a couple of days, and they handle the financing part.
Yeah, Usually within 24 hours, it's in your bank account.
Can't beat that.
Nope, not at all.
Square installments is a great option for those of you that use Square.
Okay, guys, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Moving on. Let's go to have a follow-up system. Name says it all. Okay? Make sure you have a way to follow up on your customers. Make sure you have it in place. We are now, if you go to rebel.marketing/resources, this is one of the things I want to talk to you about at the end of the presentation. There you can find the book that I sent you guys. There's also another book that I wrote that's there that I just put up there today. It's 11 steps to get more sales. On there, we're also going to put the resources of the companies that we're also seeking out more companies of the companies that are offering financing, and also sometime next week. I don't think I'm going to have time this week, but I'm going to have a whole bunch of email sequences for you. Okay. Here's the thing: is you call a customer, you follow up with a customer, you follow up with text, you follow up with text video, you send emails, and nothing happens. They're not dead, guys. That is still a good lead. And the reason why it's still a good lead is when we decide and we talk about, next promotions we're going to have, or we need to pick things up, so let's do a promotion type thing. Well, the first thing we need to do is email that database. Email all those people, unless they bought. Okay, so you got to segregate them, which is easy to do. You do that with tags. Okay, but email that database. Hey, just want to let you know we're having a $300 off sale. Or, hey, just want to let you know that we have gloss coat or our 2-year coating or whatever it may be, and it's on sale for right now for $499. This is available to the first 15 customers who take advantage of it. So email me back if you're interested. And you'll get 2 or 3 people out of that, out of people that you thought were dead. So you work them to a point where you don't think anything's going to happen. You've already contacted them at least 7 times, and nothing's happened. They're not dead. Keep them in your database. Keep them in your follow-up system. When you send out random emails, send it out to them too, and you may get a customer. But make sure you write down rebel.marketing/resources, because that's where you're going to find everything there. There we also have a financing company. It's FlexBuy. The reason why we chose them is there's a lot of financing companies out there, but some financing companies approve, the customers fill out the application, and they get approved for $40,000, and they send the money to the customer. Well, that's a problem because now the customer didn't think they could afford anything. Now they got $40,000 and they can redo their kitchen, or they can have that swimming pool put in, or they can go buy a new car, or whatever it may be. Point is they're no longer thinking about ceramic coating. They got 40 grand to blow, so they're going to get a new kitchen, or new flooring, or redo their garage, or whatever it may be. Buy a new boat. You never know. So that's one reason. So be careful when you get the financing. Make sure the money is given to you. The money is deposited into your bank account, not given to the customer. Another reason why we chose FlexBuy is because you have 0 liability for default payments. So people default on the loans, you're not held accountable whatsoever. So that's a big thing. Number 2 is, like, for example, Caleb mentioned that Square has the payment option on there. Here's the reason why, and that's a good option. You can use it. But here's the thing is, you've already overcome the battle of price with payments. Now, if they come back to you and they get approved, and it's a 16% interest rate because Square payments start at like 13.99. Well, that's an argument and conversation you don't need to have. It doesn't have anything to do with you. The nice thing about this company is the rates start at 4.39 or 4.29, and then you can also buy out the rate. Like for $100, you could buy out the rate and have 0 interest for 6 months. You can offer that. There's a small setup fee for it, but that allows them to get you a privately labeled website where you can give your customers a tablet. You can go to the pawn shop and buy an Amazon Fire tablet. You can buy a cheap iPad. and you can hand it to your customers and have them fill out the application right there. Or you can email them the link and they can fill out the application on that. So they build a website that's directed specifically for you. They fill out the application, you're notified everything, and you're in the process on that. Okay? Now, moving on to the last part here. Okay, I'm going to give you a definition of a flywheel, and it's not because I'm crazy. You need to put a flywheel in your business. And a flywheel is a mechanical device that's specifically designed to efficiently store rotational energy, kinetic energy. Flywheels resist changes in rotational speed by their momentum of inertia. So a flywheel of your business is something that's built into your business that resists the changes of a changing market. It helps you, if things start slowing down, your flywheel is what's there that can allow you to get more business. So what is a flywheel in your business? You know, what product or service can you add that requires zero effort for you to make money? So it could be a robust referral program. If you offer a $50 referral for everybody who gets gloss coat or gets a ceramic coating, you know, and you come up with some kind of coupon or ticket that they can hand out to their friends, or a card, you get business cards made up, and then you put, and on the back it says referred by, and you type in the client's name, and give them like 9 of them. Hey, refer your friends over. When they see this, they're going to want it. So here, get a card, you might as well get paid for it. I'll give you $50 for everyone that comes in and buy one. Okay, so that's a flywheel. It requires no effort on your part, but it's bringing in sales. Okay, selling products, selling upgrade products, having a product line that you could sell. You ever wonder why when you go to a hair salon or a barber, they got, you know, gel products, they got hair products and all that? That's their flywheel. You know, you're already in there getting a haircut, and now you're going to buy another product, and it required no effort from them at all. Selling warranties could be good. It could be a commission to referring to another service down the street. If they want wheels, tires, lifted trucks, you know, some service that you don't offer, you can work out a deal down the street where you guys work out a referral program. So that works. And here's another idea for you. When you're on the phone with a customer and they seem like they're a lively customer and you want to cut them a deal, I think this will be a great video for you guys. So when you talk to them and go, hey, look, we're, you know, it's $1,800, but I'll make you a deal. Okay, I'll make you a deal if you're willing to show, if you're willing to be in one of our videos when we reveal your vehicle to you, we'll give you $500 off. So think about that. Now you didn't lose $500. You got a spokesperson for $500 that's going to bring in untold more people in. Think about doing a video like that. What the impact would be when, you know, hey guys, this is so and so from whatever detailing, and behind me is this vehicle, and it turned out amazing. But look at the customer's reaction. And then you show them that. You know, oh my God, they're so excited and it's beautiful and all that. So that's something you can do. When you follow up with a customer and you say, and there's no answer, you know, like I said, just, hey, this is Mike from whatever detail. This is Mike, give me a call. And leave it at that. Or if you want to get, and if that doesn't work for you, and the customer calls you back and are kind of wishy-washy, offer bonuses, offer incentives. Not necessarily a discount, but you can, when they call you or when you talk to them and you're trying to close a sale, you could throw something in going, hey, just so you know, the sales rep, my manufacturer sales rep was here a couple of days ago, and he dropped me off 5 free ceramic windshield coatings. And I only have 5, but what I can do is, I didn't pay for them. They gave them to me as samples, so I can use that on your car and give it to you for free, but I only have 5. You know, so it forces them to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? So offer stuff like that. Okay, so guys, this is pretty much the end. We went through everything. It took about an hour. I apologize it was so long.